What's good? What's cracking? What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Queendomme, where we talk about life, love, sex, and everything in between, with a heavy focus on BDSM in the BIPOC community. What's going on? It's your girl Irene, the motherfucking passion queen, and I got a show for y'all today. We talking about feminine domination. I have an amazing, beautiful person that I met while at Sex Down South. If y'all saw the last two episodes, y'all know I had a time. Y'all already know I had a time. Okay. And I got to meet some amazing people, and this is one of those people. Her name is Genevieve Bliss, and let me go ahead and bring her to the stage. Hey, gorgeous.
Hi. It's so nice to see you again.
It's nice to see you as well. Y'all, listen. I saw her at we were at like what
Lingerie brunch.
yeah, the lingerie brunch. I was about to say a lingerie party, but it kind of was.
It was.
It kind of was.
hmm
But it was such a good time. It was really dope because everybody in there was film presenting, and we got to know a lot of different things about random things about everybody with the games that we were playing. It was so much randomness. It was, but I loved it. But yeah, so we definitely got a chance to connect, and I was so happy about it. First off, because let me tell y'all, she busted into the room and was like, "Hey, I am here. Let me," because she came in like perfect timing for a question that was perfect for her to answer. It was very much like the stage is mine type moment, and I was like, "I like her. I like that. I like that.
When I
I
tell
like that."
you it was pure destiny for me to walk in, I was coming from the diner up the street eating breakfast and I was late. And I was like, oh, I need to hurry up and get down here to get these mimosas. And so I could strip and take my dress off and be in my lingerie. And so I walked in, everybody was talking. I was like, oh, let me not interrupt. I'm standing in the corner. And then the wonderful Bevan was like, do you want to talk? And I'm like, girl, talk about what? I just got here. And she was like, you want to answer a question? I guess. Sure. Let me take off my clothes first. And that's how I
Baby,
ended up in that center stage.
and take them off she did. I was like, oh, all right, we're here. Let's go. I told them last week, I said I saw a lot of body parts that did not belong to me that whole weekend.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
It was
Indeed.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of the first things I definitely want to talk about uh, is one of the things that I noticed on your profile when I went to your Instagram is that you are a certified somatic sex and relationship coach. Am I saying
Yes.
that right? Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Trying to make sure I said it right.
Yes.
Okay, so can you explain to us what that is? Like, what all does that entail?
Yeah. So I'll essentially start with my journey first, if that's okay, of how I even
Yeah,
got here to sex school. So
definitely.
essentially I am the golden child for go to high school, get all A's, get your bachelor's, dean's list, master's degree, dean's list, graduate with all the cords and all the cute stuff, right? And so I did all of that and I had a full-time adult job, but just wasn't happy. And so it was more so of like, okay, well, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I don't want to be bored and sad. There has to be
Mm-mm.
other things I can do to make life happy. We got one life to live. So how can I do that? And so I was just going through like what my passions are. And I was like, I enjoy talking about sex. I enjoy helping people talk about sex. I enjoy helping people explore sex. I enjoy talking about BDSM and kink. How can I monetize this and how can I get into this industry? So, of course, with the background of all the degrees, I wanted to be certified. I wanted to be reputable. I didn't want to be just another person that says, no, I am educated in sex. Come talk to me. No, baby, I put in the money and the work and the time
Mm-hmm.
to say that, no, I know about sex and I can help other people. I can help guide you through this and we can all learn something from it. And so I went to Somatica Institute. And so they certify you in sex and relationship coaching. And so their practice is somatic experiences, where essentially you are in tune with your body, you're in tune with your emotions, in tune with your mind to be present in any type of sexual act, either solo or with other persons. So the somatic experience is essentially where you are so in tune with yourself that you are present. Nothing is in your head, racking your brain, distracting you, kind of thing. You are in tune with your breath. You are in tune with everything going on, and you are enjoying the experience because that is what you chose to be engaging in. And so that's what my sex coaching focuses on. So, fun fact about me, I do not like meditation work. So, what I did was, it's not for me.
It's a struggle.
When I am meditating, I'm thinking about everything in the world. And so, what I appreciated about the somatic experience is they'll teach you the tools, and then you take it and you modify it to what works for you, because
Mm-hmm.
no one coach is the same. No coach is similar to the next one. And so what I do from my somatic experiences is I'm not going to tell you to breathe deeply and count how many trees are outside and focus on the bird. No, 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 no. Let's just get in tune with ourselves. What do you want? What do you want to happen to you? Focus on that. Focus on your pleasure. Focus on your desires. Focus on that person that you're sharing space with. What are the sensations that are happening? That's the type of coaching that I engage in.
What up, Miss Smell Good, Hydra, Misha? Exactly, all these degrees, which I'm with. I listen. I'm with you on that. I am 100% with you on that because I fell off into the industry when I was fresh out of college, and I was like, okay. I went to it was passion parties at the time. I
Mm.
went to a passion party, spent way too much money, way too much money, and the girl was like, "Oh my god, you should totally sell it." I was like, who's gonna do this?" But because business background, business degrees, MBA. Well, at the time I was getting ready to start my MBA journey. Um, I was like, I mean, sex do sell.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it
Even
does.
if this is something I just do on the side for a little bit of fun, which and that's genuinely what it started off as, and then it turned into such a passion. But as a black woman from Mississippi, so growing up in the Bible Belt, and keep a dick between your legs until you get married, and da 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 da. But don't
Mhm.
nobody tell you. But baby, have the fun once you get behind them doors. Don't nobody tell you all that because the amount of women that I've met over my 14 years of business that have been married for 20 plus years and either have never had an orgasm or
Mm.
is far and few between,
Mhm.
and they don't know how to communicate the desires that they truly have when it comes to the bedroom.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's how my passion kind of grew into it. But I love the fact that you explained. Well, let me say this. I love the fact that you made that statement that you ain't like everybody else.
Mm-mm.
Because okay, because let's be 100% honest. Because the way that you're presenting what you do, it makes me think of therapy, right?
Mm.
And not all therapists are the same. Therapy is not like a one size fits all type situation.
Right.
Which I love the fact that this is not something that you say is one size fits all. You ask the questions about what exactly are they looking for.
Yeah.
You don't have like you said, just breathe 5 times and count the birds and the bees. And bitch,
Look.
get a boyfriend do that. Listen, I
Yep.
got five. I
I
got
was in
500
school.
things going.
I was in school as they were meditating. Turn the camera off. Turn the mic off. Let me go do something else. I'll be back when y'all done breathing. Cause I ain't gonna do that.
Cause listen, I got 500 tabs open. I'm trying to figure out where the music coming from. Please don't tell me to do it. Ah,
Yes.
so much going on. All right. So one of the other amazing things is we got to exchange journals. So
Yes.
this beautiful soul, y'all, does she has a journal out, and it's called Self Exploration: A Different Way.
Mhm.
Now, I flipped through it. I went page by page, and when I say I love the layout that she has for this journal, everything is linked below in the description. Don't y'all be acting funny. Get your copy. If you ain't got mine, grab it too. But I'm just saying. But we're talking about her right now. But my favorite thing about how you put the journals together is it is the perfect way to help people be introduced to BDSM and kink because you put terminology in there and you put the terminology with definitions that are not confusing. They're very straightforward and just kind of like, hey, this is what it is type
Yeah.
situation. For example, I'm gonna read something to y'all. So, uh, hey, that was a blank page. All right, well, no, I could have went to that one. Damn it. Okay, here we go. So the word on this particular page is a contract. Now, I know
Mm.
everybody like, I know what a contract is. It's an agreement between two parties, two or more parties, about a what, whatever going on. Which true. But I like how she put it in here. Agreement that outlines the rules and structure of a BDSM relationship. This is seen in relationships that are ongoing longer than a one-time act. Hi, Sharon. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. You better put that review in the comments.
Yes.
Yes, I love it.
So that's essentially like what I wanted the journal to be. So
Mm-hmm.
I came into this BDSM world before I did all the sex school stuff. I was already in the BDSM world, but I did it all by myself, where I was doing my own research. I was looking up words, where I was on FetLife and I would see acronyms. And I'm like, I don't know what this means. Let me Urban Dictionary it. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I got it. And so I was like, there has to be a way where all of these terms are in one place for us. And I couldn't find anything other than like online BDSM 101, and you got to scroll through everything. And like, but it's not in layman's terms. Like, I still got to go Google other things. Like, what are these other terms meaning?
Right.
And so I wanted something where it was broken down to the basics of this is 101. Anybody can get it kind of thing. Where if you want to get into the BDSM world, this is your dictionary. Take this with you. And then I was like, okay, well, this is just a dictionary. How else can I customize it and again make it my own? Because I don't want to be like anybody else. I'm gonna
Right.
put journal prompts in there because I want you to also journal about your thoughts. I'm gonna ask you a question about that term. Tell me
Right.
what you think about this and have your mind explore your thoughts on it, good, bad, or indifferent. If you don't like it, boom, now you know you don't like something. So
Exactly.
God bless all my vanilla friends who I ran through these words with, and they had to make sure it made sense. And we argued over words, and I was like, no, that doesn't capture what BDSM is. That's in layman's terms, but that's too layman's. That strays too far.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to all the people that helped me edit it.
Listen, shout out to them because, baby, well, a lot of people don't realize putting the book together is, baby,
It's work.
it's a, it is work. It is stressful. Okay.
Mhm.
Just I'm happy we got our edges. Okay, thank you. Um, so matter of fact, speaking of the journal prompt, so I'm gonna kind of give you. Oh, come on! Y'all better come up in here with these. She said, "I got my copy. You better get yours."
Come
Period.
on.
So on this particular page is the definition for sadism: a person who likes or finds sexual gratification by inflicting pain or humiliation on someone. Example: putting clothespins on someone's nipples or having someone sit on a spiked surface. Now, the question is that accompanies this is: would you enjoy delivering pain to a person, or would you feel bad for hurting them, and why? Now, y'all can respond in the comments if y'all want to. Now I'm only gonna give y'all that one. You wanna know what else is in there? You go get the goddamn book.
Mhm.
Okay? All right. I just wanted to give y'all a taste of what's in there. And the reason I wanted to give it to you is give you that little taste is because being able to think through that question,
Mhm.
now you know what sadism is. Is somebody who enjoys inflicting pain on other people, right? Now the question, like you said, do you think you would like it, or would you feel bad?
Mhm.
And now keep in mind, in thinking about would you feel bad or would you like it, this is not in a you have to don't think about this as I'm hurting somebody in a revenge type of way. That's not what this is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is in the safety of a consensual relationship that
Mhm.
may or may not include sex.
Right.
So keep that in mind. It don't have to include sex.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you and a person agree to this, would you feel bad to put
Make
pain on?
them
I
sit on
I
them
personally,
clothespins, make them sit on that glass that you broke over and lay the towel down. You're gonna feel bad about it.
right? I mm, 'cause- mm, hold on. I be trying not to tell all my business, but sometimes.
I felt like that's where it was going towards. I was like, ooh.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. I be having to catch it sometimes. I'm like, ooh, that's too much. Too much, too much. But okay, so I will say this. For me, I have a certain level of sadism. There's a certain level.
Mm.
Now, I do have my limits of how far I will go.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have been given the green light on a lot of shit. So
Mm.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
we
We gonna test the limits, then we gonna go.
you know what I'm saying? Because I always ask for consent first.
Yep.
I get consent, I get excited, I'll be like, okay, all right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But especially because I know I'm not going to do anything that this person cannot handle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the one thing that you have to think about if you decide to delve into any form of pain kink. And that includes a lot of different things. That could
Mm-hmm.
be impact play, that could be knife play, that like it's so many different kinks, y'all. I swear to God. And I'm the same way. I did a whole lot of research before I jumped off into like actually practicing BDSM. When I get back home, I have to take a picture and send you my binder. I got a binder that's like legit,
Mm-hmm.
like this thick
Pinks.
of just BDSM information.
Oh, okay.
Cause like I'm a nerd too, girl. I have to research. I need to understand. I need to know. Cause if you say something to me and I don't get it, I got questions.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing
You know
wrong
what I'm
with that.
saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You need to be
Exactly.
knowledgeable.
Exactly. Cause you're not finna just
Do
uh
anything.
uh
We
right.
need full consent. We need to be risk aware of all the things that are going to be happening.
Hello, hello. Cause there are different types of what is the term I'm looking for?
Forms of consent.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. They
Cause
define
there's
in that book too. The people can go read about them.
and then I saw that too. I did. I was like, she gotta put all the good stuff up in here. I like this. Listen, but but yeah, so that's why I like how you put this book together, how you put this journal together, because it gives you the definition, it lays it flat out for you, and then it gives you the opportunity to really sit down and think. Now, I know for me, um, come on, shout out to the journal for teaching all the things. Um, I know one of the things that I have done, I have tried to make sure we highlight on my podcast. This is what episode I think 46. And so over these 46 episodes, I've done my best to try and highlight that there are different levels to BDSM. Just like I
Mm-hmm.
was saying, there's I got a limit of how far I go,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to, inflicting pain on somebody and stuff like that. Like I ain't trying to necessarily draw no blood.
Who wants to clean up blood? Because I don't. I don't like
You
blood.
know,
Once you start whelping up, all right, we're gonna wind this down. Because if this busts, I'm gonna be real mad. And you
listen,
already know that if you bust blood with a toy, that toy belongs to that bottom. And I pay a lot of money for my toys. You're not just gonna come up on a toy. Oh, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna
yeah,
call it, and I'm gonna not have any pride or feel bad about calling that scene, because as a top and as a dom, I'm gonna call it if I'm not comfortable.
period. Now let's get into that too.
Mm,
Because I've had several male doms on the show.
mm.
Baby, you the first female dom that I'd have been able to get booked. Cause the other everybody else, I'm like, God damn these schedules. But I ain't man, get your coin. People be booked and busy. Get your coin. You know what I'm saying?
Catch me before October, because that birthday month. Oh, I'm booked, busy, and gone.
Right. So I said, okay, well, can we do
Mhm.
like ASAP this? Because I was
Yep.
like, yeah. Baby, I was pretty MIA my birthday month, baby. I was here, there, everywhere, and all across the country. I was all over the place.
Yes.
So, can you speak on one? How did you get to the point of being a dom, and then also how did you get to the point of doing it professionally, or were they two separate journeys?
My computer went in and out. You said, how did I get to the point of being a dom? And what was the second part?
And then doing it professionally.
Got you. So, how did I get to the point of being a dom? For me, it came naturally. So, I I enjoy having control. I enjoy having control over a person's body, mind, and situations. I enjoy being given that control by my bottom because they have to trust me that I'm gonna stay within our limits to make that scene something that we both enjoy. And I enjoy all of that. And I enjoy delivering pleasure because I'm a sensual dom. Let's clarify, I'm a sensual dom. So I'm not the type of sadist dom that's going to beat you until you bleed and then make you clean it up. That's not my style. That doesn't make me feel good. We have to, as a dom, have to identify what feels good, what fills me to the point where I feel as good as my bottom does after I just inflicted whatever on them. And being sensual with my domination is what felt good. I enjoyed making people feel sexy. I enjoy being sensual where you think we about to kiss, but now we're not. I don't do bodily fluid exchange. So that type of domination is what filled me. And that's what I leaned into. So for me, it started out with just research because I'm a nerd too. I am very specific and particular and picky about my craft. I'm a research. I'm a read
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And so I researched the different type of doms that there are because you think of dom, you might even think of like 50 Shades of Grey, which is a bad example of BDSM, but we're not going to go there right now. Um,
Child.
and so just researching the different types of dom and just seeing like, okay, what feels good. And then also just experimenting with my bottoms, different levels of domination to see like, okay, doing this much pain to you didn't feel good. So let me dial back. What about if I'm more sensual with it? And that's what I leaned into and that's what felt good. And so doing those, doing sexy, sensual scenes with my intimate partners is how that started. And
Mm-hmm.
then how I became professional. Essentially, once you invest 10,000 in school, you want to return on your investment.
Hello. I get you. I got you.
So we wanted to, for one, get a return on the investment, but
Mm-hmm.
also just like you were saying earlier, there are people out there that haven't had an orgasm. There are people out there that don't know how to express desire. I have my vanilla friends in my personal life tell me I have not talked about boundaries until I met you. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
to express passion and desire. I didn't know what aftercare was
Hello,
until I met you. And I'm like, well, I'm glad I met you, friend. Here we are. And then
girl.
also for me, and so wanting to get that information out there, especially in the BIPOC community, the queer community, having safe space for us to gather and be like, okay, no, let's talk about it. Let's have an open dialogue because so many people think that BDSM and kink are still white spaces. They are white dominated, but there are Black people still here ready to educate, ready to share in experiences. And yeah, I'm gonna charge you, but that's only because I've put the time in to invest into all of this. This cross didn't
Personally,
just pop up in my house. It
that
was
part.
imported. And so we have to get return. And so compensate me for my time. And I'm going to definitely make you feel like you got your money's worth every time.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Pay me. Pay me. Period. Because yeah, that's very important though. Um, and like you said, which was I'm not gonna lie to you, in doing my research and seeing how white dominated it was like I took a long time to research because I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was sitting there like I don't think I
Mm-hmm.
can let no YT person
Mm-hmm. Touch you. Mm-hmm.
do none of this. Because
Yep.
first off, even if the person that you play with is not someone that you have sex with, there still needs to be a level of attraction there.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you right now, I ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
I just ain't
Yeah.
found it. I ain't found it where I was like, ooh, it ain't
Look,
happening.
and it's okay to have that boundary.
You know, and then also, especially because one thing that I know now that I felt then, but I wasn't 100% sure about, is that we experience BDSM and kink very, very differently
Mm-hmm.
than they do. Because in some of the explanations and stuff, because I went to some classes at dungeons and things like that, and of course, going to these classes and dungeons, it may have been me and one other Black person,
Mm-hmm.
if that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And how they talked about a lot of stuff and everything like that, I was like, hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's
Like
not
I get,
relatable.
right, I get where you're trying to go,
Mm-hmm.
but that don't work for me.
Yeah.
I would say shout out to social media because that's pretty much how I found a lot of people who look like me in this
Mhm.
lifestyle. And I
Yeah.
ran across a bunch of people, and next thing I know, I was flooded with them. I was like, I done found my people. Look at
Yep.
God. What are you doing?
It's lovely to find your people, and it's lovely just to be in spaces where it is predominantly Black, and like they share at the core similar experiences or
Hmm.
similar biases, where no, I don't want a white person to beat on me because of historical facts that there were slaves and slaves got beaten. No, I don't want you to hit me with a whip, actually, because that's traumatic internally, and that's not going to
Right.
deliver a pleasurable experience.
Exactly. And
Hmm.
but I think that's so important. I think having more people know about Sex Down South, particularly because I knew about Exotica for a long time.
Hmm.
I did not hear about Sex Down South until probably last year sometime
Oh
because I
wow.
had a friend. Yeah, I had a friend who went, and no, it might have been a year, but 2 years. It's been 2 years. When I did Exotica is when I heard about Sex Down South
Mm,
because I had heard about Exotica for a long time, never went.
yeah.
Ended up getting connected with Tyomi. She came on the podcast. Next thing you know, she booked me. I got booked to do some seminars at Exotica,
Oh.
and child, that imposter syndrome was kicking in too. But because I was like, what you want me to do? What?
Mm-hmm.
But I had an amazing time. And then I heard about Six Down South. And one of my homegirls, she ended up actually doing a seminar last year. And she was just like, you have to go. Like, you just, like, it's unexplainable. She was like, everything that we talk about, um, because by this point I had already been doing the podcast for a while. She was like, everything we talk about on your podcast, everything that you and I have talked about personally when it comes to, black folk and kink and everything like that. She was like, you gotta be in
Yeah.
Six Down South so you can get that experience. And baby, when I say
It's a
I
great
got it,
experience.
it is. I ain't gonna lie, it was the sprinkle of salt that was in there. I was like, all right, y'all. Cause sometimes they get in our space and they get a little out of hand. But everybody was cool. Everybody was
Yeah.
cool. At least from what I saw, everybody was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw a couple of them and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
all
It's
right, y'all.
I love Sex Down South for the fact that it brings a lot of Black people together at that conference. And I always buy my ticket a year in advance. I'm gonna buy my ticket for next year, next week, because I
Listen,
know I'm going. It's an annual
period.
thing. My job knows I'm going to be taking off the first weekend of September because I won't be here. I won't be here. Y'all will not reach me. I'm gonna be somewhere learning and having fun and with community because you make friends at those conferences.
Hmm.
My friend travels from Baltimore to come down here every year for Sex Down South, and that's the only time I get to see her. And so we know what we're gonna be doing in 2025.
Listen, I'm getting my tickets next week. What are you talking about? It's baby. I'm just waiting on the check to clear. The check in the bank account. I'm gonna get these tickets
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
I already got my email. I said, "Oh, word, say that."
And did the survey.
Let me go tell y'all how I felt about my first time there. Same,
Hmm.
same Olive. Yeah, I was so
Hmm.
tired. You hear me? I was in that thing. Listen, y'all. It was so much fun. Now I done talked about it so much. I'm pretty sure I got several friends who plan to go too. So, child, we're gonna be in that thing because
Hmm.
it was a couple of times I literally was just sitting there and I was like, "Oh,"
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
that "oh" was both from shock and awe, but also, just gaining knowledge and stuff like that along the way.
Yeah.
Uh, because it was so much information,
Yeah.
so much information to try and take in. All from different levels, from learning about different kinks and fetishes
Hmm.
to just learning about the business side of things. So, regardless of where you fall, if you are new to the kink scene, new to BDSM, come.
Hmm.
You're going to get some information. You're going to learn something. If you've been in this shit for a minute, come. You
Um,
still gonna get something to learn something. I
yes.
promise you.
Hmm.
And then it's so much fun. There's so much community. There's so much fun. Everybody is so accepting. and it's such a comfortable space, such a
Yeah,
comfortable space.
it is.
Um, and that was probably my one of my favorite things. Um, the bangs, the little
Oh,
bang and
the
the big
little
bang.
bang, big bang, the big
I
party.
left before I had to leave before the big bang.
It was big. It was.
Listen, I saw pictures. I was like, son of a bitch.
It
I was
was
like,
big.
but
My
yeah, I'm
first
gonna make sure.
year at Sex Down South, my first conference was actually Southeastern Leather Fest, and
Mm,
that is 99.99.8% white. So coming from that and then going to Sex Down South and all the black people, when I tell you I cried because it's like it finally felt like, oh, this is home. This is where I'm
it
supposed to
did.
be at. And
I'm
so
not gonna lie.
it's always a big drop for me after Sex Down South, having to leave from everybody who I'm connecting with and coming back to my world of like, okay, it's okay. I still got my black people here in Atlanta and we're going to be okay. But damn, I missed the big conference. I miss seeing everybody kind of thing.
Yeah, it was. I did too. I'm not gonna lie. I had a little bit of a whew
Mm-hmm.
moment, girl, because I know, child, I slept, and I slept hard.
Yep.
Okay,
You got to take care of yourself.
because I went back and I looked at my steps. So, girl, I was doing like 7,000 steps, child, all over the place. But but it was so much fun. It was so much fun. So much information. So much community. And there was so much safety in it too.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's one of the big things that can be taken for granted sometimes. Because let's be 100% honest, this was, this is a sexual health and wellness conference that's geared towards BIPOC and the LGBTQ plus IA community.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact of seeing people within the LGBTQ plus IA, that the alphabet mafia. Damn it, it's too many letters. Okay, I love y'all. It's too many damn letters. The alphabet mafia. Uh, but seeing so many people who I know out in outside space
Mm.
could not present as who they
Mm-hmm.
wanted to present as,
Yeah.
being able to present in this space and
Mm-hmm.
comfortably present in this space,
Mm-hmm.
I thought was so dope.
Yeah.
So dope.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do want to touch on some other things. So when it comes to um professional dom, being a professional dom and everything like that, what is it that you offer? Like, if somebody wanted to book a session with you,
Mm-hmm.
what are their options? What are your no's? What are your, all the things?
Okay. So the first no that came to my mind is bodily fluids. That's a no. But when somebody wants to book me, first they gotta go through the vetting process. No one can just go in there, click yes, I want this type of session and pay me. No, we're gonna vet because safety is a really big thing for me. Especially when I am going into spaces like hotel rooms or going into private spaces within different dungeons. We're going to vet. I'm going to get to know you. You're going to get to know me because ultimately we have to mesh. The same thing that you were talking about, like attraction, there still has to be some type of chemistry there. And if I don't
Mhm.
feel chemistry between you and I, we're not going to play. I may not be the dom for you. And that's completely okay. All money is not good money. And so properly vetting people to get to know them, get to know their limits, making sure that they know what limits are. Because ultimately, if you tell me you don't have any limits, I'm not gonna play with you. That's a hard no for me. Because that means you're gonna let me do whatever to you and not tell me when you are actually excruciating pain. I can't trust you. The
Mhm.
whole thing of this, the whole basis of us playing and having a good time is trust. You have to trust me, I gotta trust you. There has to be that and consent. So after we go through the vetting process of making sure that we mesh well together, we know what I offer and what you're comfortable with, then you can go to my booking site and look at all the stuff that I do. So my bread and butter is impact play. I love impact play. I love my floggers. That's my bread and butter. Um, I do fire play. I do electricity play. I do candle play. I do sensation deprivation. I dabble in mummification. I dabble in knife
Whoop,
play.
whoop, whoop. Mm-mm. Slow down. Stop. You dabble in mummification.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I need a little bit more. Let's expand on that a little bit.
Mummification at its basis is essentially the restriction of the body. And I can restrict
Hmm.
your body with different substances. I can restrict your body with tape, head to toe. I can restrict you with the packing saran wrap type material, head
Ooh,
to
the
toe,
puppy.
bubble wrap, head to toe, and where you're restrained. And so that sense of compression is what the person typically enjoys. That warmth is what they enjoy. The manipulation that I have over your body, you can't move, you can't touch me. I'm gonna roll you across the floor. You like not having that control. And so new
See,
kink unlocked.
this is where Irene ain't got no sense. Because let me tell you, if somebody was to let me wrap them up in bubble wrap and roll up, I would chop that. That man not gonna let me do that to him. He gonna be like, "Listen, man, you doing too much."
You can do partial. You can do a partial mummification. Don't have to be head to toe. It can be where you just restrict the legs and all they got is their arms, and so you rolling
The
them around.
problem is, the problem is I ain't got no sense. The problem is I'm goofy.
No, your
Okay,
limits.
you know this would go from being something sensual to goofy so fast for me.
Look.
That like my brain is already like, child. No, we not because keep going down your list, girl.
Did I name electricity play?
Yes.
I did. So, what else do I do? Foot worship, where you can worship at my feet. I do face sitting, where you want to pay me to sit on your face. I gladly will. There will be a barrier there because a lot of people want to reach out for face sitting and think like they about to get actual vagina to face, and that's again no bodily fluids. That's my boundary. People like I
Hmm.
pay extra for no barrier. No, all money ain't good money. I'm okay. I'm gonna have to pass. Find somebody else. Somebody else will do it. Just ain't me.
Right.
Um, I'm trying to think of what all's on my website because the link is in my Instagram bio. Y'all can go find it. But
Her.
it's a whole bunch of stuff in there. But those are like
Okay.
my main things of like those are what I've taken my time to train in, and those are what feels good. And I'm confident that if you book me for this session, we're gonna have a good time.
Okay. Okay. You know what? And I feel like one of the biggest things that even if you are somebody who is quote unquote vanilla, for those who don't understand what that is, it's basically somebody who doesn't really practice kink. Um, so it doesn't mean you necessarily have a boring sex life. It ain't necessarily adventurous.
It ain't spicy.
You know, it's more salt and pepper, but you probably ain't putting nothing else in it. That's how, you
Hmm.
know. But the vetting process,
Hmm.
I think, is what a lot of people, um, what up, Alpha? What a lot of people miss out on. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And baby, so everybody who is watching this, baby, I don't care if you do kink or not. Vetting a person, getting to know someone, it's literally just getting to know a person
Hmm.
before trying to rush into something is so important because, like you said, what if y'all don't have chemistry? What if y'all don't vibe? You know, nothing will suck worse than to be in the middle of a scene
Hmm.
and you realize there is something that you really love to do, but this person like nah, or vice versa.
Yeah.
It could throw off the whole groove, and now y'all got to go back and sit down and be like, wait a minute, then hold on.
I have a story.
Oh, come on!
I
I
have a
love this story.
I have a story. So at Sex Down South, actually, this person was new to kink, new to BDSM, very vanilla, but they saw me playing with my partner and my bottom. We were doing an impact scene, and so they were on looking, which is fine. I love people watching. Give me praise afterwards. That's fine. And so they of course wanted to engage, and so I'm like, yeah, sure, we can do a scene. Let's talk about it really quick. I do pick up play. So pick up play, just really brief description, is essentially where I'll be in spaces with my floggers and we can do a quick scene. You will get like a 5, maybe 10-minute scene out of me. You're not getting no hour. You got to pay me for that. But I'll do a quick scene so you can get like a taste of what I do. And then we can separate and go from there.
Hmm.
But we understand that it's just for that short amount of time. So that's what pickup play is. And so in that, we did a quick negotiation, quick vetting, just to see like, okay, what are you wanting to do? These are my different implements that I have for impact play and everything like that. Cool. So they looked at everything. They told me they wanted a thuddy sensation. Wonderful. My floggers can be thuddy or they can be stingy, depending on how I crack it. I have a paddle that I know is thuddy. Cool. I'm gonna use my paddle on you. I used my paddle on them, and it was a hard no. That first hit, they were like, "Oh wait, no yellow." Well, this ain't what we negotiated. Wait a minute now. You told me your pain tolerance is up there. Your pain tolerance is not up there.
Baby, people think they pain tolerance up there until they realize what pain really come with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And to also let everybody kind of understand the difference between a stingy impact and a
Mm.
thuddy impact. A stingy impact is when your mama used to whoop your ass. I'm just like, just in case it's somebody vanilla and they need something to really like resonate with, let's be 100% honest.
Or it can be like popping a rubber band on your skin. That's
Okay, fair.
that's
Thank you. Didn't think of that. That's a good one.
because your mama could have hit you with either a switch or she could have hit you with a shoe. They both could have been thuddy or stingy. So a
Fair,
better way.
fair. I give you that. I give you that. You right. You right. Touche. Touche.
It was funny.
And then something thuddy. What's a good thud? Like think about if you take a towel. Not if you pop somebody with a towel. Not like not one of them. But let's say you take a towel and you just like, it's folded up and you hit somebody with it. That's a thud. It's more about the weight of it than the quick impact of it. So a thud is more about the weight. The impact is a quick snap. That sting is a quick snap. And
yeah, I don't like stingy. Stingy is not for me.
It depends on my situation. I love a good hand sting. Well, never mind. Anyway, it depends.
But then your business again.
Yep, that's my business. See, I can tell right now, us talking on here is gonna be a problem for me because fuck around, tell all my goddamn business. But both of them are amazingly beautiful. But knowing that, because you'll be surprised how much you can take, especially, and I think a lot of it also has to do with the difference in your mindset when you're in play versus not in play.
Yeah.
Because in play, I can take a lot. I surprised myself. It was like, oh.
Yeah. It's those chemicals rushing your body. That dopamine, that serotonin get the flooding.
Right. But now let somebody try that shit outside. I'm about to fight. We about to throw these hands.
Yep. Because I'm chemically sober. So no, I'm present here with you. Absolutely
right.
Not.
And I feel like you want this business because you're playing with me. And I don't mean it in a good way.
Right.
So, but yeah, so that's okay. I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish the story now. Sorry.
Oh, girl, I forgot about that story. So essentially it was awkward. So it wasn't, for me, it took me out of that play headspace of like, oh, okay, so now I need to actually pay attention to you and like focus on what I'm doing, because I can't just freely play. I need to focus in. So it's less of that enjoyment part for me and more like, okay, this is more experimentation of where your pain tolerance is, because obviously you don't know. And you told me you like buddy. I pull out the floggers and I'm doing more stingy and I'm using that and you enjoying that. Okay, so you just weren't clear on what we had. And that's completely fine for any vanilla person coming to me, any new person coming to me. Just don't come talking big shit.
That be the thing. Don't talk big shit to me. Don't talk big shit, then you can't hang. Because see, I'm gonna tell you what the difference is going to be between the two of us. See, you paying her, so she gonna be nice about the shit. Get the fuck out of my face. Get the fuck out of my face. Please and thank you.
And I'm gonna personally say, this is not going to work between us. There's no refund on this session, but I think that we don't mesh. The vetting process wasn't complete, and we should end this session now. We should end this scene. We're gonna call it. and we're going to revisit this in aftercare and go from there for the next time.
See, ain't she nice? She is so nice with it. Get the fuck out my face.
Translation: get the fuck out my face. This ain't it.
Cause so child ain't nothing worse than somebody who comes talking big shit, beating their chest, swearing up and down that they King Kong up in this motherfucker.
It's the men. It's the men for me.
Every fucking time.
It's the men for me. It's like, oh, that flogger don't hurt. Bend over. Let me show you.
I got you, Cliff.
Because I hit myself with my flogger. I know what it feel like.
Listen, let me tell you something. I be live on TikTok. And sometimes if it's near, I just be sitting there hitting myself and my friends be like, Irene, why are you hitting yourself? It feels good. It is, listen, it feels amazing. Okay?
Yep.
Floggers are probably by far my absolute fave. Because you saw, as soon as you said flogger, I was like, yes. Now, this is a question for personal. Electric play. Do you offer sessions where you teach people how to do electric play?
Yeah. You can book me for that. That's fine.
Yeah. Because I might need to holler at you because I got the set, but I want to make sure I ain't doing shit wrong. Let me put it that way.
I hear that. Look, I am not mad at you wanting to get that education to make sure that you are skilled in your craft to deliver these services. Yes, I am here for it.
Okay, because listen, the problem is I got adult money and
they let me have adult money in here.
I got adult money and consent. It's a dangerous combination over here, okay?
And I got to put you on some of these attachments. So for me, what I like, I can do the glass tips. They're cute. I love it. What I love is when I become the conductor. So that
I got it too.
For me. And so I get my dragon scales. I'm looking at it. It's on the wall. I get my dragon scales and I start running that across your body, and it looks real cute and it looks like, oh, that don't hurt. But when the electricity gets to the point, let me get it. Let me just get it.
Grab it. It's sad. We love a good show and tell over here. And y'all can say something in the comments too. Y'all ain't just gotta stare at us.
So look at my dragons.
Oh, that's cute.
Real cute. And so we love the rainbow. This is from Dungeon something online. But
just send me the link.
Gotcha. So electricity, when I become the conductor, I'm gonna hold this part because you're not ready for that part yet. And the electricity is gonna flow through the scales. And so once that electricity gets to the tip, that's when it hurt. That's that stingy. So you thought that was the most it could do. Oh no, we're gonna turn it around. And now we running this. I'm gonna spell my name on your body. Take it all the way. Every Gene, all of it.
Not all her shit hurts.
She's my bottom. She's one of my play partners. So
love it.
She like to talk shit though. So
why
she like to talk shit? Because she be bratty sometimes, which is fine. She's a switch. And so
I love it. Fellow switch, I feel you. We're here. We're definitely here on this. Hold on 1 second. Okay, never mind. All right, over here trying to mess with stuff. It's not because I'm just a baby girl.
That switch. I'm telling you. She be playing with me. It is fun. And then, of course, when I'm the conductor, I'm feeling everything that you're feeling as well. So every shock that you feel, I'm going to feel too. Especially if I accidentally touch myself, I'm going to feel it. So that's why I don't really engage in like receiving electricity play, because I receive it when I do it. When I'm talking and dumbing, I feel that. I don't need nobody else touching me. I'm okay.
Yeah, because the little bit the little bit I played around with, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, so I got the basic set with all the glass tips and everything. I got the piece where I become the conductor. I got the piece with the pinwheel on it too.
The Wildenberg wheel.
Yeah. I got that, and I want to say there's another piece that's like a small flogger piece.
Oh, those hurt so bad.
So I
Oh, they hurt so bad. That's the rubber flogger, because I got one, and that only comes out when like, you like this pain? You want to be a masochist? Let's see if you can take this. And they get one tap of it, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah, I hadn't played with that one yet. I ain't played
Ooh,
with it yet.
mm-mm. That's
I
where
be, I love some days I just be trying not to push my luck because I be like, I feel like one day it's gonna be something, and look, he gonna be like, listen, yeah, it's doing a little bit too much. By this point, I'm like on a high, and 'cause I think that's something that if you have never experienced like a high from it,
mm,
that shit is crazy.
it really is. It is an indescribable almost feeling. You just got to experience it one time. And
Yeah,
I feel like there have been two instances. They're on different sides of the spectrum. When I'm with my intimate partner and we do our sensual scenes where bodily fluids can be exchanged or I can be more intimate with her kind of thing, that type of high is just something so enjoyable. And I just feel closer to her kind of thing. And there may not even be full on sex in that scene. But when I
hmm
tell you it's a high that's like, oh, I need to step back and like take a breath and come down. But then there's on the other side of the spectrum where I'm doing it with somebody who I'm not sexual with, for example, Miss Olive Branch. And we had a scene that was a whole hour. It was a reconnecting scene. It was a very sensual scene where she and I are not sexual together. We don't do body fluid exchange, but it was the most sensual scene that I had with her. And anytime that we watch the video back, that high still comes back. It permeates through the screen.
it's the videos.
She yells at me because I never record my scenes. So I try to record them now.
Ooh,
But
sorry.
we recorded that one, and it is just an amazing feeling of just being floaty, just feeling the dopamine rushing your body, feeling all the adrenaline rush your body. You are sweating, not because you hot, because the adrenaline is just pumping kind of feeling. And then
She said I just downloaded it on my laptop. Period.
cut that video. We gotta make some money off that video because it's
Let me tell
amazing.
you, it's just some. Ooh, yeah, okay, that's fine. I had to process it in my brain. Sorry, because listen, I be trying to keep my business. Some business. It's just you. Ooh, if you have a really good like recording, and you just can go back and break it down, and there's certain parts that just be like,
Mm-hmm.
ah.
Yeah. And I know I'm thinking of the video that she and I made, and hopefully she's okay with me like talking about it. But essentially there's a part in it where
I think she's okay.
there's a part in it where I needed to like adjust her body. She had flipped over and I needed to adjust her. And so I had to like physically pick her up and like move her around. She was bound by her hands and feet with tape. And so she could not physically do it. And so I had to pick her up and like that, that dominance that I had to have physically, as well as her trusting me to not fall off that table left or right, to control her body, to adjust her to where I needed her. And then just seeing that playback, that just makes me like, ooh, I did that.
Come on, sound like some bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, scoop me up. Listen, not faints. She said faints. Jesus, she scooped me up.
I did because
Faints.
I needed her to move.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you because it's that. I'd have been yanked and like I weigh $150 before, and I was like, "Sir, I am a plus pound. You will not throw me around like a feather. Slow your roll." But but listen. Oh God, yeah, we gonna have to run this back because we coming up on time. We gonna have to run this back because I swear to God, I got like other things that I'm sitting up here like I could talk about come on to something to do something. You know what I'm saying, baby? Ain't no little play toys around here. Okay, okay. That's
We big dogs around here.
okay,
Yes.
the big one, not the little one. The big one. I ain't got no sense, Jesus. Who told me to do this shit? Lord. But let all the people know where they can find you, how they need to find you, all the
Yes.
good people.
So Instagram is bliss.like10, BLISS.LIKE, number 10. That's my Instagram. On my Instagram is where you're gonna find all the events I have coming up. You're gonna find my link tree to where you can start vetting process, my Cash App if you want to throw me some money because we here for coins. The next big performance that I have is on October 26th. I will be performing at Kelly's Dreamland. That is an Atlanta-based organization that helps people get into BDSM, kink, and swinging. And so I will be performing on the center stage for the first time.
You said what day?
10/26.
You keep talking.
10/26.
I'm just double checking my calendar.
I'm here for it. Bliss 24 is the code for the discount.
Come on, discount.
Because when your name hold weight, they give you a code to run a discount.
Hello.
So Bliss 24 is the code for the discount, but 10/26 is when I will be on center stage performing. I'm doing an impact and fire scene. I'm very excited for it.
Love it.
Other things I have coming up probably are like just private events or one-off private things, but anything that's on my Instagram will be posted of what I have going on that's for the public. I am reachable. I am accessible. Feel free to DM me. And for me, my goal is to make myself accessible to other DOMs, other Black folks, other BIPOC folks, to where you can ask questions, you can reach out to me, and I am receptive. That's what I pride myself in doing, so that people know that. Thank you. See, she forces me to receive, and I appreciate her.
We love the support.
We do.
So we're going to make sure y'all see that. If you are in the area, or if you can get to the area, 10/26, you got a whole month to prepare. Get your ass there. Because that's why I had to go double check my calendar, make sure I ain't had nothing. Because guess what? I'm going to do my best to be there.
Hey, I'm a leader because I am performing. I am one of the service tops. I will also be bookable that night, to where if you want to book me for a private session or a public session, I'm bookable. Other things in my link tree are the link to the journal, because we want everybody to be educated. BDSM 101, kink journal and dictionary.
Yeah.
Those are all the main things.
Okay. Quick question. Do you do couples?
Of course.
Okay, good shit. Just asking for myself. Fuck it. I'm asking you.
Asking for a friend. I am the friend.
Right. The friend is me. Because it's just, yes. Never mind. Anyway. And y'all know me, it's your girl Irene, the Passion Queen. Y'all can find me across pretty much. Y'all can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, aka X. Irene, the Passion Queen. Everything is linked below. All Bliss information is linked below. My information is linked below. For all of my books, my song. I don't know if I really want to call it a song. It's one of my poems put to music. Girl, that's fine. Chef's Kiss. It's called Worshiper, girl. Wherever y'all download y'all music. If you search Irene the Passion Queen, it's gonna pop up. So make sure y'all get all that. If you are into erotic poetry, if you click on my link tree, you will see that I have a virtual poetry show on September the 28th. And then if you are in the Chicago area, if you don't mind traveling to Chicago, October 18th, we are doing 50 Shades of Seduction. It was an erotic poetry show. And baby, it's gonna be real sensual. I think we got like 2 or 3 VIP sections left. Just in case you didn't know, the VIP sections are beds. And then we got, yes, they beds, girl. You get 2 tickets, you get a bottle of champagne and custom glasses to go with it.
Oh, I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So we got some erotic poetry that night. We're gonna have some, light snacks, light food or whatever, drinks. And then we also have my sis Samantha Oriale, aka Miss Kitty if you're nasty, doing a wonderful, that I call her, that ain't her real thing. I just call her Miss Kitty if you're nasty. Y'all don't walk up on her and say that. She do go by Miss Kitty. I'm just extra. I want to put that out there. But but so she'll be also giving a BDSM demonstration during the show. So you definitely want to be there. There will be some little gift bags for some people too. So y'all get the tickets. Everything is linked in my bio. Even if you cannot be there in person, there is a virtual option for the 50 Shades of Seduction show. Once again, everything is linked in my bio. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
being here. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank y'all. Hopefully y'all subscribed and everything because baby, we do this every Tuesday, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. And I got some more people coming, y'all. I met so many people at Sex House. I'm telling y'all, y'all wanna make sure you subscribe because y'all don't want to miss. Oh, but per use. Thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.